Next from Chicago, Secretary of State Jesse White, among with others, holds a press conference to discuss National Donor Sabbath, an interfaith campaign aimed at educating religious communities about organ and tissue donations. This runs about 10 minutes.
Today marks the beginning of the National Donor Sabbath and Interfaith campaign aimed at educating people from the religious community about the importance of the organ and tissue donor program. People often cite religion as a reason as to why they cannot participate in this meaningful program, and we are going to talk about that in a little while. Unfortunately, one of the myths associated with the organ and tissue donor program is that I cannot donate or cannot participate in this program because of religious reasons, or I cannot participate because when I'm on life support, the doctor's not going to put forth a genuine effort to save me. Or they may say they're going to sell our organs. Well, we don't sell organs in this country. Or they may also say that I won't look good in my going away. Mm-hmm. And for those reasons and more, or better yet, for those myths and more, a lot of organs have not been harvested. So we would hope that every individual within the sound of my voice will seriously consider become a part of this wonderful, wonderful program. Currently, there are more than 123,000 people waiting for an organ. Here in Illinois, there are 5,000 people on the waiting list as we speak, and each year about 300 people die because organs have not arrived in a timely manner. We ask that when you're alive and well, give blood. When you're no longer here, give organs. And when you've done those two things, you would have made a positive impact upon society, considering the fact that one person can provide life or improve the quality of life for 25 individuals. You may not have a need today, you may not have a need tomorrow, but sometime during your lifetime, you or someone that you may know will have a need for an organ, and we just hope that when that moment arrives that there'll be an adequate supply of organs available. I also want to share with you that we often talk about heroes. Well, most heroes have saved someone from drowning, rescued someone from a fire, saved someone in some capacity. We believe that when you participate in this wonderful program and give someone else a second chance at life, you too put yourself in a posture by which you can become a hero. One of my tumblers was shot and killed coming out of the Ford City Mall, and as a result of that tragic situation, 6 of his organs were used for transplantation purposes. Another one of my tumblers was shot and killed on Hudson Avenue in Marshfield Garden apartment area, and as a result of that tragic situation, 5 organs were harvested, and so 5 individuals got a second chance at life or their quality of life was improved. Good friend of mine, Val Landon from WVON, or better yet, and WGCI, passed away, and 9 organs and tissue parts were harvested, and one gentleman who happens to be an African-American received the corners of our eyes, and so now he could see because of the wonderful gift that he received. And then when you think of all the other individuals who have benefited from this program, it's a wonderful thing to do when you participate in giving someone else a second chance at life or help them to improve their quality of life. We are hosted today by Pastor Joseph Cowles, a faith leader and a recipient of 2 lungs because of the generosity of an organ donor. And joining with us is Pam Morris, a gospel radio host who received a heart for her second chance at life. Their stories show how donation is giving others, their stories show how donation has helped to improve their quality of life or give them a second chance at life. During Donor Sabbath Month, faith leaders like Pastor Cowles, Pam Morris, and other ministers here today will be participating in services and events to increase awareness of this vital program. Pastor Cowles and Pam Morris were featured in a 60-second PSA, public service announcement, we produced about the organ and tissue donor program. The PSA was submitted to about 100 radio stations across the state of Illinois, and with their with their message, we believe that others will get a second chance at life or seriously think about participating in this wonderful program. During National Donor Sabbath Month, something good is happening across our state because others are getting information about this program and a lot of people are signing up. To sign up for this program, it's easy. You can go to your phone and dial 1-800-210-2106, 1-800-210-2106, or you can go to your computer or go to our website. It's www.lifegoeson.com, www.lifegoeson.com, and sign up to become a part of this wonderful program.
Hello, everyone. I would like to, again, thank you so much for being here today. I'm so honored to host the kickoff here at the Promise Church. And I'd like to thank the secretary for being here. His presence means so much to us here on the west side of Chicago. And we just want to take the time to honor that. I would like to encourage everyone who has any idea, who has any moral compass, to please get registered and become an organ donor. I'm not only an organ recipient, but many years ago, as a matter of fact, when the program started, I enrolled to be a donor. So I'm kind of reaping where I sowed, if you will. I also would like to tell you, excuse me, as difficult as it was for me, having my younger children are ages now 12 and 8, and having an 8-year-old, he did not want to understand anything about an oxygen tank. He did not want that to slow his day down. So he would always say, "Daddy, you and that thing are gonna have to move faster." Now that I don't have to carry the thing with me, I can move a lot faster. I can interact with my family. I can keep up with my son, who's 8 years old now. And I want to say it's all because a donor family allowed their loved one to give me these lungs. And trust me, they have made all the difference in the world to me, my family, and my church family. My church family is so excited about their pastor being back and being able to minister to them without having to have an oxygen tank. And so I am grateful for the gift. And I'm also grateful for my sister, Ms. Pam Morris. I had an opportunity to minister to her and to tell her, listen, I know that it's scary, I know it's intimidating, but this is a process that you can handle. So with that being said, thank you so much for the opportunity to speak to you today. You be blessed. God bless you.
I'd like to share with you my story. My story began when I was a lawmaker many years ago. I had a brother who was a pharmacist at the Lakeside VA Hospital. He wasn't feeling well, and so my mother said, "I'd like for you to take your brother to the doctor's office because he's not feeling well." I said, "What's the problem?" She says, "Well, he's complaining about having a headache." And I said, "Well, you know, he's a pharmacist. He should certainly know how to take care of a headache." And so she says, "No, I think it's more severe than that." So I made time in my schedule to assist her in taking my brother to the doctor's office. And from there, he was sent on to University of Chicago Hospital, where they found out that he was suffering from an aneurysm. And so they put him on life support. And then Jack Lynch, and we're talking about over 20 years ago, came up to me and said, "If he doesn't make it, can we use his organs for transplantation purposes?" I says, "No, don't bother me, don't bother him, don't bother us, leave us alone." I thought it was an experimental program at the time. Didn't know anything about the organ and tissue donor program. Well, as it turned out, he passed away that night, and 2 days later we buried him. And then I didn't realize the importance of the organ and tissue donor program until 2 years later. My sister became ill, was in dire need of a kidney that was not a match within the family. So as a result of that situation, she put her name on the organ and tissue donor list. And through the generosity of someone else, she got the kidney that she needed, quality of life. She's living a wonderful life today as a result of someone else's generosity. And then when I think about the doctor over at Loyola Medical Center who gave her patient her kidney, the teacher in Texas who gave her student's father her kidney, and the teacher in New Lexington, Illinois, who gave her student her kidney. There are a lot of wonderful people out there
Yes, there are.
doing good work, doing all they can to help their fellow man and woman. And this Sunday, I will be spending time going to some of the churches, 4 to be exact, to spread the word about the organ and tissue donor program. When we work together, wonderful things happen. And some wonderful things are happening here in Illinois when you can get your neighbor, your friend, or someone you may not know to participate in this wonderful program. So with that, I just want to thank Pam, thank Reverend Cowles, and thank Ms. Galata, my good friend Jack Lynch, and all of the people who are concerned about helping their fellow man and woman will participate in this wonderful program. We work together, wonderful things happen, but I also want to share my other philosophy of life, and that is when you come through this world and you become successful, you give back, but you should also remember to do something good for someone every day. Thank you.